Tower 6039 Lima, Kissimmee, ground via Alpha, taxi to runway 33.
Alpha to free play 6029 Lima.
Our ground controller, a quick call. Good morning, ground. Texan 2, taxi with Papa. It's a flight with Texan 4.
Texan 2 and Black Kissimmee ground via Charlie and Alpha, taxi to runway 33, hold short runway 33 on Charlie.
Charlie and Alpha 233, hold short 33 on Charlie, Texan 2 flight.
Alrighty.
Alright.
So we're doing this week.
Well, Nancy, as you noticed, right off the bat, forward visibility in this airplane is pretty limited, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I was wondering where you knew where you were going.
It's kind of like
You
driving
can't see much of anything on the ground. So what we do are these S-turns. That just allows us to periodically clear the nose, verify no one's walked out or taxied out in front of us.
Okay.
Forgive me if I get choked up here every time I stick my head out. I get a nice blast of cold air here.
before we get there.
Not used to that being a Florida boy. Alright, we're going to hold short of the runway up here. This is the active runway we're coming up on. And it looks like there's an airplane over there landing. We're going to hold short right here. And they'll clear us across here in just a few minutes. It is going to be pretty cool. We're climbing about 7,000 feet, so that means it's going to be approximately 20 degrees cooler at the altitude we'll be at. Yeah, so well below freezing.
We are now ready to taxi to Kissimmee Jet.
But you should be nice and toasty. You're sitting behind a 600 horsepower heater.
Okay.
The engine is a Pratt & Whitney R1340 AN1. It's a 9-cylinder air-cooled radial engine. We don't have any liquid to cool the engine. Just the airflow over it to keep it cold. Or cool, I should say. And it produces 600 horsepower.
Oh, my business partner
As you can imagine, with 600 horsepower, there's a lot of torque involved. Airplane has a lot of left turning tendency that you'll notice on takeoff.
You give them a little up, you know.
The propeller is a 9-foot Hamilton standard hydromatic constant speed propeller. And as you can imagine, with that big gyroscopic disc up there, there's a lot of weird forces at play in relation to that as well.
Ours looks smaller than the plane next to us. The propeller.
Oh yeah, well you can only see about a third of it from where you're sitting.
Give me $20 if you can land it on top of my TV. My business partner's out. He flies little electric ones in the house for practice.
Alright.
He flies them up the stairway, yeah.
We'll follow that big jet up there. Boy, it takes some power to get her moving today. Alright. Kissimmee's a pretty busy airport. We are the closest airport to Walt Disney World and the Orlando Convention Center. So, as you can imagine, we get a lot of corporate activity, like that citation in front of us.
Oh.
Big business jet, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, smell Jet A burning.
We also have 3 flight schools. Cross 24 text
I
flight.
started flying jets and
We also have 3 flight schools on the airport here. Guys from all over the world coming here to enjoy this beautiful weather we have 300 plus days out of the year. Great for flying, great for learning to fly. The weak dollar probably helps with that quite a bit too. We can always tell what time of year it is by the accents we hear on the radio. And the student pilots provide endless entertainment for us. The tower you see on the left side of the airplane over there is our air traffic control tower. Those are the guys you hear us talking to in the background.
We're going to look back and forth across.
So what's your flight experience, Nancy?
I have no flight experience.
All right. Well, you're getting broke in real nice here. This is a heck of an airplane to have your first experience as a pilot in.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I will warn you, though. As close as Texan 4 looked when we were sitting on the ground under the shelter there, when we're in flight, we're going to be a whole lot closer.
Closer?
Closer, that's right. Should be a real nice, smooth day today, so we'll have no problem getting nice and tight on it. Do you have any questions about any?
2/3 of the way there. Once we get to the end, we're going to pull
All right, very good.
And we're going to do a run. We're going to add power to the engine. We're going to check
this runway we're using is the longest runway in Kissimmee here. It's right at 6,000 feet long and 100 feet wide.
Speed propeller on this airplane, so
See pretty big airplanes in here every now and then. Everything up to a 737 like Southwest Airlines flies.
Oh.
Pretty wild for airport.
And then we're going to add even more power. We're going to check the magnetos, the ignition system.
So what do you do for a living?
The engine up front. 2 spark plugs per
Accounting
cylinder.
department.
So
Oh, wow, okay.
So this is a lot of excitement for me.
Excellent.
Kissimmee ground, 414 Kilo Hotel.
And how long are you guys going to be in Orlando for?
Be here till next Saturday.
Excellent. Any other exciting plans while you're in town?
Oh, we're going to be doing Discovery Cove, swimming with dolphins,
Oh, cool.
and Cape Canaveral.
Fort Lauderdale.
Another opportunity to freeze your hind end off over there with the dolphins.
Yes, that's tomorrow. Hoping
Oh,
it's
boy.
warmer.
That's a really neat experience.
Alpha
Your time.
3.
Well, you'll enjoy the Cape too, especially if you guys are into aviation. I was just reading last night about the new facility that they're beginning construction on to house Atlantis.
Oh, that's something nice.
Yeah, we're very pleased that we were able actually to keep one of the real space shuttles here.
Real nice.
Yeah, for a while there it sounded like they were going to swap out Intrepid from the National Air and Space Museum and bring it down here, which is neat. That was a glide test airplane, but it never actually went into orbit. Everyone here locally felt that Kennedy Space Center deserved an actual orbiter.
Oh, one thing I'll tell you about right now.
Very happy to hear that we're
There's a red light
keeping
on
one.
the panel, says low oil pressure. That's fine at low power settings like this.
Right.
What we don't want to see,
Alrighty.
of course, is when we're in the air under power.
It's going to get a little bit louder here, so I'm going to turn our microphone squelches up.
All right.
What we're looking for is 1,600 RPM. This is our run-up. We're going to verify all of our aircraft systems are working properly.
Add power. We're going to take it up initially 1,300 RPM. Then we're going to check our
We'll
hydraulics.
apply the throttle nice and smoothly.
Looking for about 900 to 1,000.
At 1,600 RPM, we're going to cycle the propeller 3 times.
Looking good.
What I'm looking for here is an increase in manifold pressure, a decrease in RPM, and a fluctuation in oil pressure. Got all 3 of those indications. We're going to do this 2 more times just to cycle warm oil up into the propeller hub. So that warm oil we use to change the prop pitch, so we want to make sure that it's nice and
We're
fresh,
cycling the 3
good to
times
go.
first flight of the day just to exercise to get that cold oil out of the
There's a
propeller,
third one,
replace it with
and
oil
we're
that's
looking
gonna
good
warm
there.
by the engine.
Now we'll put a little more pressure on the brakes. We're going to go up to 2,000 RPM.
2,000 RPM. We're going to check the
At 2,000 RPM, we're going to check the ignition system. Right magneto first,
Back to both, right
at 100 RPM, and back to both.
About 80 RPM.
Now the left
back
mag.
to both.
The same, and back to both. We'll verify the mixture control is working properly.
We'll watch the legs control take.
And it is. And now we'll smoothly and slowly bring the throttle all the way back down toward idle. Way down, we'll hit the power push, verify that we have 1,000 PSI for flaps. And landing gear we do, flaps and trims are set, make sure proper forward mags on both. Tower's up there, and we've got our company frequency on standby. If I can find it here. There we go. They're ready to go. Right. Are you ready to go?
Ready to go.
Alright. Tower Texan 2 flight ready in sequence.
Texan 2 flight, Kissimmee Tower, runway 33, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff, Texan 2 flight. Alrighty. What we're going to do is taxi out here, position ourselves on the left side of the runway, expecting our right crosswind. The other airplane's going to take off with us in formation. Alright, we'll give John the spool up signal.
So he's giving me a signal there.
There we go, we're going to go to 2,000 RPM. Verify the engine instruments are in the green. They are. The 24 inches of manifold pressure. Give it the head nod. And we're going to about 33 inches of manifold pressure now. Right about there. 2,000 RPM's good. Engine instruments are in the green. Go ahead and fly the tail.
Head nod. Landing gear coming up.
Landing gear is coming up. And we're back to 30 inches manifold pressure and 2,000 RPM.
Kissimmee Tower, 414 Kilo Hotel, hold it short for 33.
414 Kilo Hotel, Kissimmee Tower, roger, runway 33, make left downwind departure, clear for takeoff.
Clear to take off, left wind.
Oh, this is awesome.
Departure, 414 Kilo Hotel.
Alright, through 500 feet. Like another power reduction to 28 inches of manifold pressure and 1900 RPM. Alright, we're going to roll wings level here, and we'll keep on climbing out. Now you're going to see the other airplane shuffle around us here a little bit.
Go to the slot position now.
We're just going to stay on this heading right here for now. If you like, you can go ahead and put... Keep us headed, this direction right here.
We're still about
and a slow climb will be just fine.
Like it. Right. When you're up here in the air, all you have is the sky and an airplane.
32, frequency change approved.
See, I'm 30, how far away they are. I know just because I'm used to just how big that airplane's supposed to look. How far away it's supposed to be.
What we want to do is stay below 1,500 feet here as we climb out. The reason is there's Orlando International Airport's airspace above us.
Need a big canopy full of T6. That's cool.
And we're not talking to them, so we want to stay out of their way. The other airplane is coming up on our left side if you want to look back into the left. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, they're close.
They're just kind of hanging out for their video on the right wingtip over there.
There you go.
Not screaming yet. Alright, we're going to go back over and we're going to take...
Now they're going to move underneath us into the slot position. We're going to level the wings right here for just a little bit. Well, actually, you know what? We can continue to climb. What the heck? Now they're coming up on our right side.
Oh, what I'm going to do is we're going to go wingtip to wingtip.
They're going to come up, take the lead, and we're going to position off of them. Alright, I'm on the airplane with you.
So now
we're going to position on them now.
We call this the shuffle.
Boy, it is nice and smooth out today. I like that.
We'll get some video footage of us for your...
You'll have a great job to do this every day.
Oh, this is so much better than working for a living.
Oh my God, that's awesome!
Put your right hand on the
control
stick, toes on the bottom of the pedals, very, very relaxed grip. You just kind of want that stick floating around in your hand. The first thing I want you to notice is what I'm doing with it. Which is what? Absolutely nothing. Airplane's more or less flying.
Been a little bit looser during the war.
My hands off at the moment. Every now and then.
We fly really close so we can get good camera shots.
We just make a small correction with pressure.
Boy, it is nice and smooth today. This is gorgeous.
We're really not moving the airplane around. Right. Or moving the stick around, rather. Now look out over the nose.
Alright, now we're going to slide into their slot position here, or right underneath there.
So what you want to do, this is a climb attitude. This is where we want to be for climate. This is where we hold the nose in relation to the horizon out there, okay? Right. So you pick something on the nose.
Huh?
And
looks like our truck.
That piece, whatever on the nose that you use.
My truck too.
And compare it to the horizon. So when I say, hey, let's start a climb, this is where you want to put the nose. Gotcha. When we level off, it's going to look a little different. If you look straight ahead,
sneak up on them here just a little bit.
The horizon will be about a third of the way up the windshield. It actually looks like we're going down. And a good way to check if we're not is look out at the wings, and you can see if we're going up or down that way by comparing it to the horizon there. And then, of course, when we're going down, like two-thirds of that windshield.
That's probably good enough. We'll fall back a little.
Can we do the Top Gun maneuver?
Canopy roll type thing? No, we'll probably avoid that.
Underneath us right now.
We don't have the kind of thrust an F-14 has.
We're just coming in to communicate.
There you go. We'll slide back up on them on this side. I'm digging this smooth air.
Yeah, it's nice. If you want, you can take the lead again. I'll give you an over-the-top break. It might look good with that GoPro thing.
Sounds good.
Or it might not, I don't know.
Say again?
Or it might not, I won't know. So here we go. They're going to take the lead again, and we're going to give them kind of an overhead break. I'll show you what we do with that. We're going to go to the other side here in just a second. He's going to flash me a 1. He's now flight lead. So we're going to go underneath him.
They're going to slide under us and then
in front of us.
To the top. Watch him come over here on the right side.
Awesome.
Keep an eye on them there.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go up and over the top of them. It'll be pretty smooth. We're going to go a little forward here. Alright, here we go.
Keep an eye on them there, Nancy. Watch the other airplane.
Oh, neat.
Isn't that cool?
Yes, it is. Is it our turn?
You want to fly?
Well, they're actually breaking off so we can go do our aerobatics.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of hold the nose
And on that stick,
here in relation to that
keep us
outside
climbing.
world.
And we're going to head toward that lake that's just past the one we're coming to
And you
now.
control the airplane.
And we're going to keep climbing up toward, 6,000 or 7,000 feet. You ever flown that close to another airplane in flight?
Right now, but we have an airplane
All
right in airspace.
First
off
for
to our
everything,
left,
right?
So we're going to
Yes,
go
there
straight
is.
ahead for the moment
Okay.
until we're clear of all that stuff.
Alright. Well, if you notice the lines on the ground there, especially to the right side of the airplane, the land's partitioned out very square to itself, right?
What do you think so far?
East-west. We use those section lines, as they're called, to navigate. Right now, we are on a heading of south.
So a little bit of left.
We're heading south.
Yep, and that's the heading we want to continue on. Right, we're toward the sun, and we know those lines are 90 degrees to one another. We are on a heading of south. East is to our left, west is to our right, and north is behind us.
Right there. You want to keep looking outside because the instrument's not going to tell you anything.
So we're going to stay on south and keep on climbing this direction. Roll the wings level there for me, good. There you go. And if you like, you can do some shallow turns left and right as you please, just to clear the nose ahead of us. Remember, I can't see anything ahead of us, so if you see any airplanes or birds or anything, feel free to avoid them as necessary.
Okay, will do.
And those shallow turns also help us to clear
How are you temperature-wise?
the airspace beneath the nose. You got a great big blind spot up there, right? Alright.
Alright, we're clear of all that airspace now. We're going to keep the climb.
Any questions on anything at all, Nancy?
No, not so far.
Alright, you enjoying yourself?
Yes, I am.
Good.
That's good for the bank angle right there. Now watch the nose. You want to see if it's going down or up. We want to make sure that we're still kind of in that climb attitude.
There you go.
That's good. Let's go straight ahead now.
Not sure where all that
There you
noise is
go.
coming from.
As
But
you're finding out, it doesn't take much to get this airplane to move around.
you see that lake just to the right of the nose there?
It does surprise a lot of people.
That's where we're headed.
The big airplane, especially for a two-seater, not very streamlined looking. It weighs 2.5 tons. That's
You're
what
flying.
the
I am
Cowboy
completely
was.
off the controls. So.
Yeah,
I'm flying?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So people think
Yep,
that's how it's
keep
going
us going to the right.
So, I know it surprised me the first time I flew it 2 days ago.
2 days. There you go, and keep us climbing. We do need to get up to about 6,000 feet. Were there any maneuvers in particular you were wanting to see?
I don't know anything, so I'm in your hands.
Okay.
What a minute.
Roll the wings level here for me. There you go. All right, I'm going to come on the flight controls with you just so we can go set up here.
All right, we're coming up on 5,000.
Bring a little bit of more manifold pressure in. As we climb, we lose air density, right? The percentages of the gases in the air remains the same, it's just less dense.
All right, so let's lower the nose.
So, as we climb, we have to compensate for that by continually increasing the throttle
Hold the nose
setting.
right there. Hold that in relation
We're not
to
producing
rise.
any
See
more
about
power,
1
we're just
full
maintaining
around.
the
That's
same
how we
power.
want it. That's level flight, even though it looks like we're going down. So you want to fight that temptation to pull back on the stick.
Alright.
To raise the nose. Look at the wings. Compare that to the horizon out there.
We're coming through 5,000 feet now, nearly 1 mile above the ground. Doesn't look that far, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Looks farther, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does feel like
If you look off to the right of the nose, about 1 o'clock, you see a little X on the ground. That's Lake Wales
For the
Airport.
longest time, I didn't quite realize that.
And then off to the west,
Man, what does it matter?
just slightly in front of the right wing.
And they keep on to pull back because
on the other side of the airplane.
This airplane, you're in the
Look
front
to the,
seat,
your right.
would be in the
There you
front
go.
passenger, the back
Just
will be
slightly in front of the wing there, you see 2 runways that run east-west with a cross runway. It looks kind of like an H from here. That is Bartow.
So all of my time is pretty
Bartow was
much
a World War II
I've only
advanced
flown
trainer
the front
base,
seat just a handful of
and
times. Last time
now it's
I
just a
flew the
municipal
front seat, I was
airport.
like,
But
oh,
during
that's
World War
fine.
II, their ramp was lined with hundreds of these airplanes that we're in right now, T-6s.
So now I understand. So
Matter of fact, most of the airports in the South, especially Florida, are former World War II Army air bases.
Sure. Okay, we're going to start off with
Kissimmee, the airport we left from, is one of them.
We're not going to leave our seats.
Oddly enough, prior to our entry in World War II, Florida had less than 50 airports. Between 1941 and 1943, we built over 260.
Through in the controls, so keep your hand lightly
Heck of a ramp up, isn't
on
it?
the pedals so you can see what I'm doing with the controls.
All right, there's 5,500 feet, so now just a little bit above a mile. We're going to continue to climb here toward the south as we gain some altitude so we can do our aerobatics.
So we're going to lower the nose now. We're going to lower it, and we're going to accelerate to about 160.
So by your previous comment, I assume you've never been upside down in an airplane. Is that correct?
We can raise the nose.
Oh, we're going to change that today.
20 to 30 degrees.
I'm ready.
All right.
Basically, put your feet
All
on
right, coming up on 6,000 feet, what we're going to do here first is called an aileron roll. I want you to stay on the controls, feel through me, but be very light on the controls, okay? There's 6,000 feet. We're going to set up 26 inches of manifold pressure, 1,800 RPM. We'll take the cockpit noise down just a little bit.
Wow.
The airplane to pick up some airspeed. I'm looking for 160 miles an hour.
Sure. All right.
There's 160. We'll go a little bit faster this time. There's 170. We're going to bring the nose up 45 degrees above the horizon.
The big thing
Just like that. And we're going to roll. Ready?
Stick all the way over to the left. And it's going to go farther than you think.
You want left?
When we do the roll, yes. Okay.
There you
But
go.
right now, we're going to dive. We want to get some energy.
You like that?
Oh, gotcha.
You can go ahead and adjust your head. You want that pad on the very top of your head. We're just going to do a quick wing over here.
Go ahead and gently start pulling back on the
Make a
control
90
stick. We're
degree
going to raise
change in
that nose.
heading. And what I want you to do is the same thing we just did. I'll talk you through it. Bring the nose down for me.
Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling.
One more down.
Stop. Now all the way
At
to the left, all the way over.
165, 170. Bring the nose up nice and easy. 30 degrees above the horizon. A little more pull, a little more pull, a little more pull. Stop.
And
There you go. Now full left aileron. Roll, roll, roll. More, harder. Push, 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 push.
9 times out of 10, people only put the stick about
There you
halfway
go.
over. So,
Nice. Set back on the controls with you. What do you think?
Woo! Oh my gosh.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
You like that?
Yeah. What am I doing now?
All right, I've got you in a wing over here.
All right. We're going to feel some G-force.
Is repositioning for the next maneuver.
As we talk about this.
We want to trade all that speed we built up for altitude.
It's actually
Right.
less than what you felt.
Okay.
Now we're going to do a hesitation roll. Hesitation roll is just like the aileron roll. Only difference is we stop this maneuver at 4 distinct points through the roll. Probably seen it at air shows. We're looking for 180 miles an hour. At 180, we're going to bring the nose up. Just like that. 45 degrees above the horizon. We're going to roll.
Sleep in an airplane. Here's
Hit
what you
stop.
do.
Roll.
When I tell you to, take a deep breath and hold
Roll.
it. Tighten up your stomach
Stop.
muscles. Tighten up your
Roll.
stomach muscles. That'll
Stop.
keep the blood in your head from flowing down to your toes so you can stay awake.
And now we're going to climb back up.
Breathe short, quick, shallow breaths. All right.
What do you think?
You ready?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I have control.
You feeling okay?
I'm doing okay.
All right, good.
So this time we're going to dive down to 180.
We'll do a quick steep turn here. I see the other airplane over there on the south side of the highway. They're over that lake there on the left, the larger of the lakes.
There we go.
All right, what we're going to do here first,
And we're going to start pulling.
we'll do a quick steep turn to the right, if you're ready. Nothing abrupt compared to what we've been doing. We're going to roll
right about here.
and pull.
Less G's, we can relax for a
There
second.
you go,
Take a
pull
little
more.
breath.
There you go, right there. That's the right amount of pull. I'll help you with the
Take another
rudder.
deep breath.
Takes a lot of right rudder.
And now we can relax. How was that? Wow.
Doing it.
Okay.
All right, we're going to roll out on a heading of south, which is coming up right here. Roll wings level.
Wow.
There we go. That's a steep turn. Pretty cool, huh?
Yes, it was.
It's a very responsive.
Yes, it is. I'm glad you're helping.
Yeah, we're going to head towards
All right, would you like to see a loop?
Yeah.
You ready to try
You
yours?
sure about that? You sound a little hesitant.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, so I'll go ahead.
A loop is a dive, and then we're going to go completely through vertical all the way around in a vertical circle, basically.
Push that
Okay.
stick forward a little bit.
All right, does that sound good to you?
That sounds
Keep rolling
okay.
A little bit more. There you go.
All right, we'll get our power under control. There we go. Engine pressures are dips are good. What we're going to do here is get our eyes on the other airplane real quick.
190 is what we're looking for. 80.
They're over there. Very good.
There we go.
Now what
Take
I'm
a
going to
deep
do
breath.
is
Start pulling back on the control stick. Pull back
pick up to
harder.
about 190 miles an hour. We dive pretty steep here, as you can see. We want that speed as quickly as possible.
Hold it right there.
Through 190, we're going to pull back on the airplane.
Just hold it just like
We're
that.
going to continue to pull, keeping the wings level with the horizon using a rudder.
Oh my gosh, this is
Releasing
awesome.
the back pressure.
There's
Raising it
Wow.
to that climb attitude. There you go. You
Oh,
just did a
that's
loop.
so neat.
Wow,
Look at
that was
that.
nice. Nice and smooth transition to the entry and the exit. I like that. You're not ham-fisted on that stick.
Oh, what do you think?
Oh my gosh, that is
Which is nice.
so
Because I'm behind the center
cool.
of gravity at the airplane, so every movement's exaggerated by about a factor of 3.
All right, we're going to just do another repositioning turn
So
here.
the smoother you are, the better I have.
Gain back some
like
of our
that.
altitude.
Let's go to
Altitude
the
is our
right
friend,
a
right?
little bit.
Yes,
How you
it
doing?
is.
Altitude gives us time and options should we have an issue.
Yeah.
If it keeps
Okay,
us in
we're
the
gonna
air,
do a
I'm with
barrel
it.
roll.
All right, would you like to do
Of course,
another
you're
loop?
the guy. I'm going to just talk
Yes,
you
but
through
you
it.
can do it.
I want you to feel through it, though,
Oh,
okay?
okay.
All right.
We're going to pull
We're at
back
6,000
on the
feet.
stick.
That's plenty of altitude. What we're going to do now?
And what that
Just
does, it makes
down.
the airplane fly a great big corkscrew through the sky.
All right, we're looking for that speed as quickly as we can possibly get it, so we dive pretty steeply here, right? About 45 degrees nose down. 190 miles an hour. South end of Pearson, a loop.
They're doing a loop. This is what a loop looks like.
Keep pulling for me. A little more pull. Nope, not quite that much. There you go.
You can see just how big it is. That's 1,000
Oh my
foot
gosh, that's
diameter.
so neat.
There they go. Look at that. All right, barrel roll. So I'm just going to talk you through it. You guys are doing good. Go ahead and lower
There we
the
go.
nose.
Wow.
You can feel a little bit of G there, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm having too much fun. I gotta
We're
let
also
you
not
do
going
it.
to do a full launch immediately like you did that first roll.
Okay.
It's going to be a smooth transition.
Oh my gosh, I never do
So
anything
keep
like this
into
in
it
my
now. Keep on
life.
diving in that airspace.
We're going to do a
There
quick
we go.
reverse
Gently
cube and then we can join up with you. Where are you guys?
Start pulling back on the control stick. Keep pulling a little more. More.
Northeast side of here is 115.
Start going to the left. More left, more left, more left, more
Copy.
left.
All right, we're going to do a quick reverse
Kinda hold
cubinate,
stick about
like
right
a
there.
half roll and 3/4
That's
of a loop.
westbound right there. We're going to roll and pull till we're back.
Bring that nose down.
Line up with that road down there.
For 180 miles an hour on this maneuver.
How's that? That's cool.
At 180, we're going to bring the nose up 45 degrees above the horizon. Just like that, we're going to bleed off all that speed. This gives us a real nice upline here.
So right stick.
At 120 miles an hour, we're going to roll the airplane.
Good. You want to do another maneuver?
And then pull it back through
vertical.
vertical.
Reverse cube and A. This is a 2-part maneuver.
Just like
the
that.
first part, you're going to fly the second part. I will hand control over to you right in the middle of the maneuver. So you
What do you think?
following along with
Oh
this.
my gosh. That's neat.
1.5. Actually, what we do is we pitch 45 degrees nose up, halfway to vertical, followed by 1/2 of an aileron roll. That first maneuver we did, followed by the last half of a loop, and then we do it again.
All right, I'm on the controls with you. You can relax your grip just a little bit.
Yes, I have no idea what you just said.
We're going to look for the other airplane here.
I will
Okay,
show
we're
you.
South Shore 5000 searching.
We're mid-lake east shore, southbound reverse cube, and then we'll head back.
Copy.
We're at 4.3 diving. We're coming up on the reservoir area.
All right, here we go.
We're looking for the other airplane here on our
45
left.
degrees nose up. We go about,
Right at 11 o'clock.
hold it right there,
Inside.
and we're going to hold it. Now here comes the roll to the left. We just go
Look at the
left,
airplane
stick,
right
left,
ahead of
left.
us, right off the
Stop.
nose.
Take a deep breath. Here comes some G's.
That's
Oh,
what
there
we
you
just
go.
did. That's a reverse Cuban.
You have control.
Oh,
Pretty wild, huh?
my gosh, yeah. It doesn't look like you go down that far.
And stop. Hold it right there. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. A little longer. Now all the way to the left. Left
And
stick.
now
left
they're
pedal.
winging over. Oh, what is that? An aileron roll.
Pull back.
Wow.
Take a deep breath.
Very cool.
Nicely done. Wow. Let's do a left turn.
Oh, that's so neat.
Isn't that
There we
neat?
go. Nice right there.
Oh, it's awesome.
Keep it going just like that.
Doing okay up there, Nancy?
I'm doing fine.
Inside.
Straight ahead now. Straight ahead.
We'll lead back.
You want us to lead, you say?
We will lead back.
Copy.
Lower the nose very gently. Relax your grip on the stick.
Yep.
And just keep the
All right,
nose
we're going to
down.
join up on the other airplane here.
And we're going to descend about 1,500 feet. Let's do a right turn, nice and gentle.
Have any questions about anything?
No, it's great. Oh my gosh.
All right.
You see that lake off in the distance with the big lake behind it? Head to the
2,400 feet. We're below Orlando's Bravo here, which comes out to the north shore of Lake Achnahaw, which is this kind of squiggly lake here in front of us.
And you get to do this every
We're going
day.
to join up on this other airplane here.
All right, lower the nose a little bit more, nice and gentle. Now we want to concentrate on flying as smooth as possible because we're going to have a wingman. They're going to appear on our right side here in just a second.
Kissimmee Airport information, Papa 1550.
Right.
Winds at Kissimmee are calm. Visibility 10 miles. Skies are clear. Temperature 13, dew point 1. Altimeter 3029er. Visual approach in use.
Coming up on your right.
Caution for bird activity in the vicinity of the Kissimmee Airport. Please advise on initial contact. You have information on Papa. Make left.
A little bit of right, stick to correct. Hold her right there.
Kissimmee Airport information, Papa 1550 Zulu.
Ever been this close to another airplane?
Ever.
No? Usually a bad thing.
Copy.
Sucked in there just a little bit. We get into the wingtip wake of the other airplane, it wants to roll us toward it. So you get in the right position sometimes, it starts to suck you that way, you gotta counteract it. Like a horizontal tornado coming off the wingtip. The wingtip vortices are. With the big airliners, they're a real problem for small airplanes, right? Because they could roll you inverted, nothing flat. Called wake turbulence.
Is all the turbulence from there, or is that from close?
If you look underneath the nose of Texan 4 over there on the left, you can see all of Walt Disney World.
It's still how choppy it is. It's very mechanical turbulence.
Yeah,
It's
the
just
Epcot
swirling
golf ball
around
and
the
all
sky.
that.
Go ahead and gently raise the nose. We're going to level off here. Back to that level sight. Hold the nose right there. Perfect. And what we're shooting for is to maintain about 1,500 feet.
What two?
There you go.
Texan 4, Kissimmee Tower for initial runway 33.
Kissimmee Tower, this is November 6008, Papa inbound for landing, 10 miles to the southwest with information Papa.
November 6008, Papa, Kissimmee Tower identity. Number 600, Papa, report to water tower for light traffic runway 33.
Those brown trees out there.
Report to runway 33 at the water
Under
tower.
about 2 feet of water. It's all swampland out there. How you doing? Good? Good.
You having fun, Nancy?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Trying to take it all in.
That's a lot, isn't
When
it?
we get back is the overhead arrival. And this is where we're going to overfly the runway about 1,000 feet, kind of like the military guys do. And then we're going to circle back around for the landing. We do this for a couple of reasons. One is for safety.
I'm willing to bet they're going to give us a left break.
That makes sense, right?
The type of landing we do is called an overhead approach. We fly down the runway at about 1,000 feet. They'll give us a left or right steep turn, basically. It's called a break. And what we do is a 360 degree,
Kissimmee Tower, continue inbound on the approach to 33.
360 degree descending turn from the break all the way down to our touchdown point.
Number 6115.
That just allows us to keep the airport and runway in sight all the way through the approach to landing.
6115, track tango maneuver to follow the Cessna inbound to the airport.
Nice and smooth.
Looks like we're making a slight right turn here.
Very good. Straight ahead.
Texan 4, expect right break.
All right, so he gave us a right break. We're going to slide underneath him. And we'll come up on the right side. That way we're on the outside of the turn.
If you look slightly to the left about 3 miles or so, you'll see the runway out there. Right there. That's it, yeah. That's the one we're going to line up with and land on.
Morning Tower, Mustang 066, single 15 south of
Mustang 6, Roger, report 5 mile. Continue with my
Alright, keep your grip real loose on the stick there. Makes it easier for me to stay in position.
Go ahead and lower the nose very gently, just a little bit. Just a hair. There you go. Beautiful. I like it. So smooth. You need to learn how to fly. You'd be good at it. I'll say that to my wife.
Any questions, Nancy? No good?
I'm all good.
Good.
250,
Alright, at this point you can go ahead and release the stick, be off the controls and all the way back for me.
We're going to line up with the runway.
I'm going to fly us through the approach here.
Okay.
We're going to start maneuvering pretty good.
That's perfect for the bank angle. Hold this.
Text 4, Roger, right brake at departure range, following Dodge's traffic on a 4 mile straight ahead. Over 600.
Alright, we're going to sneak up on him here a little bit.
Just kind of line up to nice and tight. Right there, about right there. It's perfect. I'm not that big.
Tango, continue following the Cessna ahead.
Go ahead and lower the nose even some more. We're going to descend to 1,000.
Dodge 6, if you would keep your speed up on final, clear to land runway 33.
Heading up to 288, ready to go.
288 Lima, Roger, left traffic, clear for takeoff, clear to land.
Just gave us a 2-second here.
The runway intersection.
Got that, sir. Clear taking from land tower.
The signal John gave us means we're going to wait 2 seconds after his break before we make ours.
Okay.
Doing good. Just keep it around like that. Just right.
We're getting bounced around a little bit.
666, right brake.
Alright, they'll peel off here any second now.
A right turn.
There they go.
We don't have to be gentle this
Give it
time.
2 seconds. And 101. 102. Here we go.
Start pulling back on the stick just a little bit. We're going to start slowing down. Perfect on the turn right here. I like this. Just keep it coming around until we're parallel to the runway again.
Start peeling off some power here so I can get slowed down. Coming up nicely. Start leveling the wings.
Travis on 1 mile final.
A little more left stick to level the wings. Hold it right there. Hold it level. Attitude.
Text 4, follow the Dodges, number 2, clear to land runway 33.
Alright, here comes our landing gear. You're going to feel a couple of bumps as they lock into place.
Alright, they're putting their landing gear down, so we're going to wait until about the same point to do ours.
Alright. We're not going to turn in just yet. We have to follow.
And right here will work. Power push. Landing gear's coming down.
472 Charlie Echo, Kissimmee Tower, Roger, continue.
Got it locked with a pin on the left. And the right.
Full stop or touchdown.
Full stop. Mustang 66 traffic on the close-in right base, east of the airport.
Let's do a right turn now. Right turn. Nice and
Mustang 6, Roger, break right at midfield.
Right brake for a second.
You want to keep an eye out above us. You'll see a P-51 Mustang here in just a second.
If you look above him, there's a P-51 Mustang on approach.
The horizon there.
The overhead.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. Got him.
Beautiful airplane, isn't it?
Yeah.
8 Papa turning downwind runway 33.
Power push. Here come our flaps. Trims are set.
Right, contact ground point 7.
That's a beautiful set with up. That is
Back to 15 inches manifold pressure in the white arc. 115. Here's verified down lock left
quite a ways
and right.
here. We're going to test in about
15 inch manifold pressure, 100 miles an hour.
Touching runway 33 and departure to the east. Continue straight in runway 33 for the 3 miles.
Here's verified down lock left and right. Flaps are down. Trims are set.
propeller mixture control full forward before landing.
Mixtures forward. Prop to go.
What I want you to do now is look all the way down the other end of the runway.
Ready, Pop, I'll call your base turn. Continue in the downwind. 1-5 strike tango. Continue following the Cessna.
And we're cleared to land.
Start gently pulling back on the control stick. Hold it. No more.
Mustang 6, clear to
We're going to
land.
use some speed,
Ups forward.
and we're going to slow it down. Pull back on the stick, pull back, hold it. Not that much.
Power is coming out.
And hold it right here. There we go, we're on the ground. You can open that canopy up if you want.
How do you do that?
Oh, that's nice.
What's that?
To get a tailwind right
Do that real smooth.
Way to
Well,
go,
we try.
guys.
Alright, we're down.
Well, what do you think?
Flight level Charlie taxi,
That was
Warbirds, monitor ground.
incredible.
Little sideways there. And we're going to pick up some speed here just so we can get down to the end, clear the runway from that Mustang behind us.
Put your feet on the bottom of the pedals. Yep. Starting with some left pedal. We're going to taxi
Tail wheel
this
shimmy
way
there.
just a little bit. Starting with some right pedal. Remember those that we...
This is an airplane that will consistently humble you. It just did humble me.
Traffic advisory P51, right base, runway 33.
To the left just a little.
Alright, what's...
Back to the right. Nice and smooth. I like that. Uh-oh, I'm going to get
Very
yelled at
good.
there 56 seconds late.
Got to fly it the entire way to the ground. Any questions on anything?
Full thank you.
You had a good time? Good.
600, popping, turn towards the airport, runway 33, clear to land.
8 Papa, we'll turn back to 33, clear to land, thank you.
611, Foxtrot Tango, number 2, clear to land, runway 33.
Number 2, clear to land, 133, 611, Fox Tango.
You're getting it. This is actually one of the hardest things to do when you're learning how to fly an airplane is taxiing. Because we're not used to it. Right? Learn to
Very good. Do you have any
use
questions?
the steering wheel
No.
and our feet to,
All right.
to go fast or slow down.
You have a good time?
I had a
Possibly
wonderful...
shift gears.
Good.
Mustang 6, left to Charlie Stein.
So it's usually taxiing and talking on the radio.
Alright.
Number 2 at 8, Lima left traffic, clear for takeoff, clear to land.
Good taxi in here.
Right back to the right. More right.
There we go.
There we go.
Alright, Nancy, if you like, you can start undoing belts and harnesses.
The airplane?
Okay. Stay in the aircraft until I get the propeller stopped, though.
Yeah, without hitting it.
And of course, I'll come up and help you out.
Cherokee 742, Romeo.
So a lot of firsts for you today, huh?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Cool.
42, Romeo.
Alright.
Number 250, Foxtrot Tango, runway 33.
I'll be right up to help you out. And thank you for flying with us at Warbirds today.
Thank you. I had...
My pleasure.
All right, Joe, thanks for flying. Did an awesome job. You can start undoing your belts and harnesses. I'll be right up.